Hey yogis, this is Renee. This video today is dedicated to eliminate the bullshit, which I did, I think, 2 years ago. So this is a continuation of that theme. I'm doing a workshop called Eliminate the Bullshit, which is about easing depression in January in Portland. And some of the things that have brought me through my depression include Buddhist meditation. So if you have some background, here's a review. And if you're totally new, welcome. Welcome to Tonglen meditation. I wrote the basic description on the board so that if you're kind of the type of person who likes to have notes, you could even write this down for reference later. It's pretty simple. You start with a basic mind-body meditation where we're going to sit in our body. And then you move on to what's called Tonglen. So here, what is Tonglen? In Tonglen, what you're going to do, thank you, Sam, is you are going to inhale your suffering and the suffering of others. Sounds so simple, right? Take in all the suffering of all the world. It actually feels pretty good. You're going to inhale if you have some stuckness in your body from something you've been holding on to. If you, feel really tight in your shoulders because you've been holding them up like this. Can you see me? That could be your suffering. So you're going to inhale both the physical and the emotional manifestations of your suffering. And then on the exhale, you send relief to everyone experiencing that suffering. And what makes it super, I think, effective is that what you try to do is you don't focus on every type of suffering that's ever existed. Instead, you zero in like an eagle would coming and swooping down to get a fish. You zoom in on a specific type of suffering you're dealing with, and you use that to remember that you're not alone and that other people are going through a similar type of suffering, and you send relief to everyone experiencing that. So some examples of suffering would be a cat ruining your video. Kidding. Some examples of suffering would be having a breakup, losing your home, losing a loved one, finding out you have a disease. But there's other types of suffering as well, like jealousy is suffering. If there's something someone has that you really want, it causes us to suffer and to cling, and you can actually do Tonglen to realize that, one, you're human, totally normal, and not alone. You take in that feeling of suffering, you notice what it feels like in your body. Where does it resonate? Where is it not? And then you exhale and you send release. And what makes it so powerful is you send release to yourself and you send release to other people as well. This one can make you cry. So you can sit with that. I think it's good to sit with crying. We're going to do it now. So if you're ready, I'm going to move this board away from me so I can sit with y'all. It won't be too long. Try to make it about 3 minutes just to start. If you like these videos, you want longer ones, let me know. But how you sit isn't as important as that you are comfortable sitting. So you can sit in a chair. You can sit on a couch. If you're going through some pain in your body and it feels better to stand, you can stand. This is about being gentle with where you are at. So what I want you to do is, in whatever position you're in, you're going to softly close your eyes and lift the crown of the head up towards the ceiling so you have some buoyancy. And press down into the ground with either the heels of the feet or the hips. And take 3 deep breaths. Let's do it in through the nose and out through the mouth. And make them longer, and slower. Inhaling. And exhaling. I meant out through the mouth, sorry. Inhale in through the nose. And exhale out through the mouth. Inhale in through the nose. And exhale out through the mouth. Notice if you've relaxed a little bit. Slow down the breathing even more. And for the next 4 or 5 breaths, just focus on your breath. Inhale deeply. Let the breath lift you up, and exhale, let it ground you down, keeping that lift. Inhale, feeling the length. And exhale, feeling the strength. One more deep breath, focusing on the length on the inhale. And exhale. And then see if you can relax your hips, your lower limbs, so that there's a feeling that the flesh is really connecting towards the floor. The connection is so strong that you can almost outline exactly where your flesh begins and the floor ends. And the connection to the floor is so strong that you feel you have support to lift up through the spine. You can get taller and longer. And on the exhale, see if you can relax your shoulders just a little bit more. And pick one place in the body that's still tight, anywhere at all. And remember that that body part, all those cells are full of water. Our body is basically made up of water, and then there are proteins and other organic materials, but water is what courses around everything. So see if you can relax that one body part. For me, it's the shoulders. They just take on everything. So I'm relaxing my shoulders. And then to start the forgiveness meditation, it's a similar meditation, forgiveness, if you're wondering. We're doing Tonglen, though. They have similar qualities. Tonglen. So you take one hand to the heart, one hand to the belly. And think of what kind of suffering you're going to focus on. You want to be specific. And do what you really need, not what sounds right to someone else. It could be the jealousy. You might be suffering because of something unusual. You're just confused and scattered and have been for a long time. But for simplicity, think of one thing. Sam, you can join us. And sit up tall. And on your inhale, I want you to inhale your suffering. Notice what it feels like. For me, I feel heaviness underneath my eyes. and in my shoulders, and I feel like everything is rounding forward a little bit. My shoulders are rounding forward, my neck is shortening. I want to feel that, and then notice the emotional quality. I have some jealousy and sadness around my own suffering. And exhale, you're going to send relief to everyone who's experiencing that same suffering. So, deep breath. Inhale it here again, experiencing your own suffering. What does it feel like physically? Is it sad, angry, confused, rushed, clingy? And on the exhale, send relief to yourself and to everyone experiencing that suffering. And the reality is, when you're doing things like this, you might have a kid at home right now, or I have a cat, and the cat keeps banging on the door. He doesn't really need me to get up. So the practice of sitting with this is like learning to know what is absolutely necessary, and what can wait, and to get better at that. So inhale your own suffering again. Notice if it's eased a little bit, and exhale, send relief to yourself and to everyone that has experienced that same type of suffering. And do one more. Inhale your suffering. Then exhale, send release. To you, you deserve release. And to other human beings, other living beings experiencing that suffering. I don't know, maybe the cat's upset because he broke up with his girlfriend. We might be in the same scenario as Sam and I. I don't know, because we don't speak the same exact language. I hope that helped you. I'm really open to questions. So if you have questions about that, let me know. It can make you, I guess you wouldn't say make you, but it can bring out emotions that you've been damming down. So I really like doing it. If you have a quiet space and you have extra time at nighttime, you have a little time to yourself, that's a really nice time to do it. Or if you have someone in your life that will do something with you like this, that's also lovely. Check out my newsletter. The other point of advertisement here is if you go on meetup.com in Portland, I will be doing a workshop in January about depression. It's 6 weeks, and it's called Eliminate the Bullshit. And it's a paid workshop, and yeah, check it out. Let me know if you have questions. Namaste, yogis.